I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey freshman class! I'm Miss Burnham, I'm your freshman class sponsor.
I'm Miss Adams, your student council sponsor.
Freshmen, you received an email from me today about class rep applications. All right, I'm looking for 5 class reps. If you would like to be in the running for the election, submit your application by Wednesday. Voting's on Thursday, and I will announce it on Friday.
I sent an email this morning out about student council. If you would like to be a member, make sure you sign up before Wednesday. We will have our first after-school meeting next week.
All right, freshmen, we also have a Remind app for you, so we can send you notifications about what's happening at our school and keep you updated with all the fun activities, so make sure you sign up for it. It's also in your email. All right, freshmen, have a great day, and go Brahmins!
Juniors, my name is Miss G and I am one of your junior class sponsors for this year. I wanted to touch base with you and let you know that in your email you will see an email either from me or Miss Myers. It has the application for your governing board this year. It also has a Google form where you get to go in and pick your t-shirt options for this year. And lastly, it has a link for the Remind, so you get on and make sure you do not miss any of the fun activities this year. If you have any questions about anything, please shoot me an email. It's raylan.gilliland@okie.k12.fl.us. Looking forward to meeting you guys. Have a great day.
I have some quick reminders for you. Number 1, if you're interested in being featured on the summer page in the yearbook this year, please make sure to submit your summer pictures to ohspixsubmit@gmail.com or through Yearbook Snap. The link should be in your email. Number 2, yearbooks will be on pre-sale from now till September 11th for $40. So please make sure to buy those in room 7006 or at yearbooksforever.com. The link is also in your email. Seniors, I have 3 reminders for you guys. Number 1, September dates for senior pictures will be posted very soon, so if you haven't got your pictures yet, make sure you're booking them now. Number 2, senior ads will be due September 16th. The link is in your email for the form. Please make sure you're filling that out and purchasing one. And last but not least, baby pictures will be due October 18th. Please submit your baby pictures to ohspixsubmit@gmail.com or 7006 Mixer Punks Room. Thank you.
We are so excited to begin lessons focusing on mental health education. My name is Catherine Williams and I'm the Director of Mental Health and Behavioral Supports. Our goal is to provide you with a better understanding of the importance of learning about mental health and to give you tools that will help you deal with the various stressors you experience in your daily life. Are you ready to begin? Okay, let's get started. Before we dig in, we want to establish a few ground rules for our classrooms. As we discuss these topics, ground rules help us to have productive and respectful discussions and safe learning environments within our classes. Our first ground rule is that we should all listen with an open mind. We all come from diverse backgrounds, and we have a variety of unique values and beliefs. It is important that we respect each other's differences, even if we do not agree.
We will avoid personal stories. It's okay to ask questions and to share information with the class. However, we want to be sure to leave individual names out of the stories or questions. Keep it general in nature. Next, we will also be supportive of one another. We will not tease or make fun of anyone for anything that is said in class. We will listen when someone is speaking, and only one person will speak at a time.
Our last one and most important ground rule is that whatever is shared in this classroom stays in this room. This is a safe space to speak and ask questions. What is said in this room should not be gossiped about later in the hallways or on social media. However, it is important to know that if a student discloses harmful behavior or potential harmful behavior to the adult in the room, the adult is required by law to report that behavior. Okay, now that we have that done, let's move into the content of the lesson. We're going to begin our lesson by defining mental health. Does anyone know what it means to be mentally healthy?
Teachers, please pause the video now and allow for students to respond. Wow, those are some great examples. To be sure we are all on the same page, we should know that people who are mentally healthy are able to respond to everyday challenges in positive ways. It is important to remember that everybody makes mistakes. You should be patient with yourself when trying new things. Our level of mental health is determined by how well we respond to these challenges. Can you think of any examples of everyday challenges that you face? Teachers, please pause the video now to allow several students to share their examples of everyday life challenges.
Wow, those are some great examples. A few examples of challenges you may face could include family relationships and friendship. Relationships take a lot of work. Sometimes they can be very fun and lighthearted, while other times they can be quite challenging. What about balancing school and home? Have you ever found it difficult to positively handle the balance between school, home, and after-school commitment? Let's talk about exams. Do you ever feel stressed out about an upcoming exam? Or did you forget you had a quiz until you sat at your desk? How did you handle that stress? Did you wait until the last minute to study? Or did you develop a plan for studying to help you pass the exam? Anyone in the room new to the school this year? That can be challenging, not knowing anyone and having to meet new people.
How about the athletes? Have you ever felt anxiety or pressure for an upcoming sporting event? Or maybe you forgot your uniform at home for a big game. How did you deal with the stress? These are just a few examples of everyday challenges students in school may possibly be faced with. Our mission is to help you develop healthy ways to cope with these challenges and stressors. Do you feel you handle stress in a positive manner? How we respond to these challenges can be partially determined by our core beliefs and values. They are also sometimes determined by the way our brain is wired. We are going to discuss both of these in upcoming lessons.
Does anyone know what the word stigma means? Teachers, please pause the video. Stigma can be a challenging word to define. You did a great job coming up with a definition. Stigma refers to a cluster of negative attitudes and beliefs that motivate the general public to fear, reject, avoid, and discriminate against people with mental illness.
Wait, what? I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Kelly, you're right. That is a little confusing. Let's break that down into simpler terms. In other words, stigma is a negative attitude towards people with mental health issues that cause others to treat them badly. Students, after your teacher pauses the video, discuss with your neighbor how you think media influences mental health stigma. Teachers, please pause the video now to allow students to respond to the question.
Thanks everyone, those were some great responses. You may have discussed that some people are afraid to seek help because of how the media portrays those with mental illness. Media often can show someone with a mental illness as being unpredictable and dangerous, crazy, or deranged with little chance of recovery. But that's most often not the case for an individual with a mental health challenge. With proper treatment, most live normal, healthy lives. Media often shows someone with a mental illness as being extremely violent. The reality is, those with mental illnesses are more likely to be a victim of a violent crime rather than the aggressor. It is often portrayed that these individuals are also criminals or even extremely disabled or unable to live fulfilling lives. Again, this is not the norm for those living with mental illness. Media's portrayal of mental illness stigma only creates further isolation and incorrect perceptions of those living with mental illness.
Sometimes we think that no one will understand and there isn't anyone who could really help. But the reality is that sometimes we just need a little extra assistance in learning how to help our brain work a little harder despite the negative message sent by media. Kelly, did you know that 1 in 5 people will experience a mental health concern throughout their lifetime? Although we have made strides in reducing the stigma associated with mental health, we still have improvements to make in terms of getting people the help needed while treating them with dignity and respect. The media plays a very important role in how we see mental illnesses and disorders.
Let's work with a partner again this time. You will work with the person on your right. What can you do to help minimize or reduce the stigma that is attached with mental health? Teachers, please pause the video now to allow students to respond to the question. Wow, those are some great examples. I'm quite impressed. Some ideas you may have discussed could include learning about mental health challenges. To be better informed, knowing the facts rather than opinions helps us to reduce negative stereotypes. You can also change the way that mental health is spoken about. For example, instead of using words like crazy mental or unstable, we can refer to a person as an individual experiencing extreme sadness, nervousness, or worry. Youth can also speak up when you hear someone is saying negative about a person with mental health challenges. Let them know that it is hurtful and that the comments are offensive. Lastly, know that it's okay to talk about mental health. The more we talk about mental health, the more we are combating stigma by normalizing that mental health challenges are common. By starting the conversation, we reduce the shame, stigma associated with these feelings.
In upcoming lessons, we will discuss mental illnesses and disorders in more depth. We will begin to normalize talking about mental health and share ways to cope with your feelings. Before we finish, we are going to focus on one technique that can assist in dealing with a stressful situation. We're going to practice I Am Calm. I Am Calm is a deep breathing technique which can help to calm our minds and help us to think more clearly when dealing with a stressful situation. We will breathe in through our noses while we think of the word I, then we'll breathe out through our noses as we think of the words am calm, while we focus our attention on these 3 words. Remember, we're not saying I am calm, only thinking I am calm. While you're thinking about I am calm, also think about being calm in your favorite place. Maybe the beach, on your couch, watching TV, or maybe in your yard. Let's try I Am Calm together. Sit with your feet flat on the floor. Sit straight up and comfortably in your chair. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes. Begin breathing slowly in and out through your nose. Feel the air moving in and out of your nose. Now as you feel the air moving in through your nose, think of the word I. As you feel the air moving out through your nose, think the words am calm. Breathe in slowly and think I. Breathe out slowly and think am calm. Think about being calm in your favorite place. Practice I am calm on your own. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the air moving in and out of your nose and continue practicing. Now take a deep, big breath. Breathe out. Slowly notice how you feel. Slowly open your eyes. This is a great way to help your mind relax while experiencing one of your everyday challenges. We hope that this technique is helpful the next time you feel your mind racing when responding to an everyday challenge. To continue this discussion outside of class, we invite you to talk with your parents or guardians. Ask them how they think mental health stigma impacts families and communities. Use what we've discussed today in class as a basis for your conversation. We'd like to say thank you to Duval County for collaborating and sharing their information with us. We want you to know that it is okay to speak with someone. If you feel you need help, your teachers are available and you can always speak with your school counselor. We hope you have found value in our conversations today. We look forward to seeing you for our next video.
Good morning, Brahmins. It is Monday. Welcome back for another week. This is your third week, and today begins the 7 school day countdown until what, guys?
Progress report.
So get into your Skyward, look to see what you have in those Skyward grade books or what you don't have and need to get turned in so that you're prepared for progress reports to go out next week. All right, this is the last call, seniors. Only half of the graduating class has had their picture made for yearbooks. You need to make an appointment for your senior photo session. This is for a yearbook, not the senior ads. We're going to talk about that later on in the week. Check your email. I sent you the Brahmin Parent newsletter yesterday. Inside of there is a link for you to get dates and a phone number to sign up for your last opportunity to be in this year's yearbook. No seniors left behind. Okay, last thing I want to talk about, hang on. Last thing I want to talk about, juniors and seniors who wish to be a part of your class governing board. This is the last week for you to finish up those applications and get those turned in. Friday is the deadline for both the junior class and the senior class. You do have to have teacher recommendations. It is not something that you can throw out in a request on Friday when the application is due on Friday. So make sure that you're taking care of business if you want to be part of your class governing board. Mr. Stewart, go.
Miss Norman got called away this morning, so I'm going to be covering for her a few things. Number one is warm body counts today, teachers, by period. Please make sure that that's taken care of. Also, I know she promised not to talk about this, but I'm going to, because Friday, I thought that as I'm watching through the hallway, that I would see many, many more of these than I did. Please get those lanyards around your necks, get your IDs on. Those are going to be mandatory starting today. Could start seeing some consequences for that. Also, teachers, real soon, you're probably going to be seeing us with some walkthroughs coming through your classroom. So just be aware of that. That's all I have for today.
So the Brahmin Pride focus for this week is respect. So I want to talk a little bit about some actions that we're seeing around campus that demonstrate respect. First of all, the masks. The masks demonstrate that we have respect for each other and the way we care for each other's health. And so we very much appreciate the fact that we see so much compliance from not only our students, but also from our adults as a way to show respect for those around them. Also keeping our campus clean. Not only the classrooms, but also outside. I think maybe 99% of our students eat lunch outside. And so I really appreciate the fact that you clean up after yourselves, that you use the trash cans that are located around the courtyard and keep the outside clean. And I know that you guys are doing some help inside with the teachers as far as keeping the classrooms clean. So we really appreciate that effort as well. And last but not least, following directions. That is very much a way to show respect to the adults on this campus. When you're asked to complete something, that you do that. and you hopefully do it with a smile, understanding that they have your best interest at heart with those things they're asking you to do. Also, speaking of following directions, we'll be checking for these. And chances are, if I see this and you're out on a pass, you might get one of these to go in to hold on to. Yes, we are formulating a plan for you to spend your Brahmin bucks, and yes, it's coming soon. So just please hang in there, and by next week, we should have some big news to announce on ways you can utilize those bucks you are earning. Also, I think it might be included in the announcements today, but I believe Miss Adams and Miss Burnham are sending out important information this week about both student council and freshman governing board class reps. So if you are interested in either of those, there should be something in the announcements, and watch your email for some important information as well. Ms. Smith.
Last two items to discuss today. Dress for Success / Bow Tie Tuesday is tomorrow. So please plan your best dress outfit, and we will be rewarding those students who participate. Last but not least, Code of Conduct students, please make sure you have reviewed the Code of Conduct yourself and your parents. Please make sure you get that last page signed and turn it into your homeroom teacher, which is third period. Freshmen, if you are on the OHS campus third period, please bring those to room 210 to Miss English or myself, and we will get them where they need to be. And that's all for me. Back to you, Ms. Myers.
That's a great reminder for high school as well. Get those code of conduct pages turned in. Teachers, at this time, if you will go ahead and just do a quick dress code check in your third hour classes. We're starting to see some inappropriate attire crop up on campus. Just remember that crop tops are not appropriate on campus, and part of your third hour last week was going over that student handbook and the code of conduct, and inside there's a nice handy little section about dress code and what is appropriate on campus. Okay, respect is our Brahmin Way focus of the week, and your quote for the week is: one of the most sincere forms of respect is actually listening to what another has to say. You're going to continue those conversations in your third hour for your Brahmin Way focus this week, as together we will
Move forward.
Be great.
Be Brahmins.
all day.